Ken. Ken. Isn't Kensai mean sword saint? But I'm getting to become under the understanding that Ken actually just means edge. Excuse me. As in cutting edge. Anyway, this is not cutting edge. Well, it will be. But, whoa, yeah, security system in effect. And no, I'm not going to leave my brand new hilted sword out here, my lightsaber. Goodness gracious. Okay, I should probably choose an angle over there. Yep. Security system in effect. Works pretty good at night, because... not that axe. Where's he? Oh my goodness, did he bury my hatchet? Did he... Oh, I was like, dude, right on! He's not really a first-time cutter. Alright, oops, yeah. Here, let me show you what that looks like. See, this way you guys can't be like ticked off at me about my mistakes. Okay. Remember, children. Remember, Squirrel 54 Gamer. You owe me a video. And a subscription. Duh. Goodness. I sent you a Navy SEAL tool. Or a tool I received from a Navy SEAL. And I customized it to Vermont. So anyway, I'm not going to use your real name. I'm really tempted to, though. Yo, Rocky Boots, man. Put on your gloves. I love how the light lights up. It's great. Lightsaber action. After watching the previous videos, I realized I did not really do a whole lot of slow-mo here. I forgot I had to do it myself. I really don't know how to use editing functions on my computer thingy. I really don't know how to use my computer. I use YouTube and that's it. I really don't know anything else about it. I can use some email function. Okay, you can see, by the way, secondary bevel in that it's ground with a stone because it has a serrated edge. Anyway, not that that's necessarily desirable, but this is a working sword that cuts up to 2.5-inch sumac. Bang. Oh, and I didn't take a picture of the maker's mark stamp on the tang. Anyway, so here's my power source. See, and the thumb goes here. Remember that. I was trying to talk off sounds like silence about, because I do this with my wooden swords. I have that thing's sensitive. I just barely move the tip of the sword. Oh, I move my whole body. Never mind. How I do my wooden daggers and my wooden swords that I use for practice. Okay, sensitive to the body, not to the sword. Alright, well, we learned something. So there's a power band. Ha ha, I love it. I love it. And this comes around like this, but it doesn't go here, hence that's too thick. Right? Alright. I'm so sorry. So, one of these guys came up with a kata. You know what I'm talking about? A kata? For the sword. goes a little something like this. This is my best interpretation. This is my first one. Actually using something that I've only ever done it once in his foot position. So he's saying, I am flanked by 2 people. Now, the thing I don't understand about this kata are the flanking people this way. Like I am inserting myself between 2 guys with my feet spread apart like this, or am I beginning with my feet spread apart like this between 2 guys? I have a sword and they have swords apparently drawn. Okay, or this is all some ijutsu thing and with no draw. Because the guy starts off, his feet are spread in a very bad posture. But I'm Kung Fu, and you guys are samurai. So I got my own handle on one of your swords. And it's a lightsaber. And it's plasma driven with a rubber band. Whack! So you take my Kung Fu. Hi. Alright, that's my salute. Anyway. I want to go straight into my version, but I'm going to do his version first. So, he is starting off, not just with his sword drawn. And I don't know what direction these guys are facing. I don't know if they're my guards, or if they're people that I'm attacking. I'm kind of assuming that he is establishing a guardian spot where people are not supposed to pass, and they have determined this through their ranking, which is of the soldiers that are coming forward. They've seen that they're not shoulder to shoulder, so they see how big their weapons are, right? Because spears are shoulder to shoulder, swords are at least fingertip to fingertip apart. You know, and maybe just about fingertip to fingertip. Because most of you are really in this mode. You know, you're not in big sweeping mode. Woo! Wee! Oh, the sword goes flying out of my hand! No. Just because I catch it on the backside with this. You know? Because I can, DLK knives. File work on the back of this would be so sick. File work on the back of a katana or a tanto, like a real or a wakizashi. File work, dude. Wow. All right, I'm waxing brilliant because I'm talking about what I like to talk about: swords. And so his feet are spread apart. And not in a kickouttadis stance, because his feet are not forward as if they are in stirrups. His feet are actually splayed like a duck. And he's starting from here. I do not understand any of the beginning of a guard that puts your left arm as the first thing that you will sacrifice in an attack. Straight across the board. So anyway, what this cat is suggesting is this comes across. Okay. It's just so inimical to me without knowing the rest of it. This and his blade is down. He's starting with his blade down. I have no idea. I would start with my blade up. I'm all, woo! Yeah, I want that pendulum action. And this, brothers and sisters, is why I'm an expert. Anyway, so, the grip remains the same. I am not scared. I am not concerned. Okay. Show you the blade down. So he has the blade down here. His legs are spread open. And he comes up to here. And as he turns his head, it pivots his back this drops down. So he comes to here, and then his head is turning, and he pivots his back to come up here as an attack against two opponents here. This makes no sense. First off, posture, toes in, and banging forward. Straight up forward. Okay? You want to keep people at bay. You don't want to, and if you're going to sit, by the way, if you're going to sit in a backwards, this thing, you want to sit like this. Crack, 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 crack. Look at this. See this? This is no offensive maneuver. Do you understand me? This is rapid attack. This is not cutting bottles. But this is cutting bottles. Okay, so if you're starting here, alright, with a proper stance, with your toes inward, okay, and you got two opponents here, alright, how's that going to work? Oh, alright, you're going to cut in and down, and then you come across like this. Because this guy is going to, if this guy's here, he's going to be chopping like this, but you have now moved in like this. This is what you've done with your sword. You chop off this guy's leg, and you've crowded him. So his attack up here, like this, on you, is now impeded because your head is in his armpit. Axillary. That's what that's called, by the way, in the armpit. Please be less than 15 minutes. Yes! I win. Sunset. I gotta talk about katas. The stuff is green. I got a telescope. I'm gonna mount my hand crossbow to the telescope. Upside down. I got some bows. And they work. Check this out. 25 degrees colder on average for 2 months over the last 4 years, and these bows have been outdoors. And you've seen me shoot them. Isn't that fantastic? This thing, what a piece of junk. But anyway, yeah, it sure is pretty. The funny thing about it is that I've been buying black and red blades for a long time, and this sword ended up black and red. So I think my custom grip, oh, even better. Ah, wow, hey. 4, 3, 2, 1. How many minutes? I got 1 minute. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So this thing is sharp. Almost aesthetic. Nuts. Anyway, this is what I didn't take a picture of earlier. So hopefully now you can see it. It also, no, I don't dare touch that forte. Which is what I call it, a forte. There's also handwriting on here, or there was. I used a brush. I used a brass brush on it today. Anyway, so I had a lot of stuff trying to hold that in. How about that? See how I have to carve it out? Because that's a 1/4 inch carving, and then it has a flat. I'm very pleased with that, because that means that that's much more strong. And then it begins, and it almost has a secondary bevel right here. This sword does have a secondary bevel. I mentioned that in a previous video with the serrations, but that's because I'm chopping wood. Anyway. Just go put that right in front of the camera. Leave it as a tease. The camera's mounted on